adventures never end. Dragon tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. There's Ford, he's the biggest, not the brave of heart. There's Cassie, so shy, also very smart. There's Zack and Wheezy, these tales are fun, 'cause you know two heads are better than one. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. Annie wished on a dragon scale, and that's what started Dragon Tales. Around the room the dragons flew, but Annie and Max knew what to do. They climbed on the backs of their dragon friends. Now the adventures never end. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland. There's Ford, he's the biggest, not the brave of heart. There's Cassie, so shy, also very smart. There's Zack and Wheezy, these tales are fun, 'cause you know two heads are better than one. Dragon Tales, it's almost time for Dragon Tales. Come along, take my hand, let's all go to Dragonland.
Hello. Welcome back to Deadfire. Very excited about this game still. Cats are also being very cute, so I'm sorry I don't have a camera on them. Hi cats. Hi Theo. Oh. So last time, we started the game. Our keep got blown up by a giant statue inhabited by a god. We talked to some other gods. Well, another god asked us to hunt down statue god and maybe kill him. And we woke up on a ship. We got attacked by pirates. Got shipwrecked. We got our old buddy Adair with us. We also have our old buddy the Steward, which is a talking statue. Now just a talking statue head, because the rest of her got destroyed. And at the end of last time, we met a priestess of the statue god who wants to travel with us for some reason. I'm sure this will not end poorly at all. Yeah, Chody. Oh, this is what my character looks like right now. Which is, can I go into it? Yeah, I mean, look at how dashing I am. I also have a gun. And, a gun and a wand. I am a druid. This is Adair. He's our fighter. He's got a nice beard now. And this is Jody. Oh, this is medium armor. Oh, well that won't do. Chodi's gambeson conceals a layer of mail beneath its modest exterior. The humble vestments mark the wearer as a follower of Gon, an aspect of Aothis. Such protection... Okay, I turn down music here. Such protection is often necessary for any Aothasian who finds themselves in parts of Aora where the wounds of the Saints' War are still fresh. Yeah, no shit. A hood. Alright. Starts with some potions. Yeah, I didn't actually look at her stuff. She starts with a sickle, which I'm not really a fan of. It does have deflection against melee weapons and Soul Reaper. That's interesting. It's 5% damage until combat end on storing a kill. Stacks 4 times, increases with a religion skill. Huh. Well, the thing is, I don't want her in melee. What is this? Chodi's Lantern, which is a shield. Okay. +2. Okay. Yeah, so it boosts her Holy Radiance. If she was a monk, it would boost her monk abilities, but she's a priest, so it boosts her Holy Radiance ability, which is the, like, AoE healing. This lantern contains a mantle of Adra at its core. In her service to Gon, Chodi has worked tirelessly to collect souls within the mantle so they can be safeguarded until Aothis returns to Hell. Oh, well, I did not know that Hell is an actual term. So we did go to Hell. Alright. What's more, to oversee the process of death and rebirth. The lantern is well constructed and quite durable. Chodi wields it in the manner of a small shield, and it offers reasonable protection. Interesting. I don't want her using a melee weapon, though. I also don't want her using... Where's my clothes? I thought I had some more clothes. I had the clothes I was wearing originally, right? Oh, here they are. They're just not, like, sorted very well. Alright, we'll put her in some clothes. Yeah. Sorry, Chodi. But it's more important to not have any bonus recovery time. We can put this in your personal inventory. Oh, is she proficient with crossbows? She's got a crossbow in her personal inventory. She is proficient with crossbows, okay. Our crossbows are two-handed, that's what I thought. So she could use a wand, which is one-handed, but she's not proficient with it. I don't know what proficiency actually gets you. Other than the bonus ability. Does it actually get you... Yeah, it doesn't, like, boost your accuracy or anything, or your damage, right? It just gets you the bonus ability? Whoops. I think. Because I'm wondering if she uses a wand, she can still use her shield. Seems like it might be good. So we might do this and give her a wand. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, she's much more accurate. That's just because being able to one-handed. So this is the same as it was. Deals more damage, but obviously it's ranged, so. Okay, there you go, Chodi. You're kidded. Adair wants to talk to us. Alright, let's talk to Adair.
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here.
Oh, the music is too loud compared to the game. Like, I thought the music was... I thought I would have fixed that last time, but maybe it wasn't playing music that much. Alright, so Children of the Dawn Stars... Right, are just the Raid Saren... Hi, Billy! Are the Raid Saren followers of Aothis. Which we already ran into them. We already ran into a group of pilgrims and we fixed their broken cart.
There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around. See if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
God, I forgot that Chodi has a U.S. Southern accent. That's amazing. Chody rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. What? Why? Okay, there was a moment last time when they met where we were like, are they having a meet cute? Like an awkward meet cute? And then I was like, oh, it's probably just Adair's uncomfortable because Chody is a priestess of the god that he went to war with. Um, but now she's doing this! How did you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
Oh, I don't have insight. Oh, diplomacy, perception. Oh, yeah. We'll be nice to Adair. That's our goal. What is this? Okay, this is actually kind of funny. So, we have the 2 diplomacy to make this check because of our party assist, which includes a bonus, I'm pretty sure, from Adair. So he's helping us be more diplomatic to himself.
All right, all right. We used to, you know.
God, Adair, you're so awkward. Oh, fuck! The fucking... God, I gotta just... Oh! My fucking mouse. That's so annoying. Why does it do that? Well, I think we can assume what he said. Jody's face models bright red, and she turns away, hands covering her eyes. Wow, Jody, you're like... let's be nice. Sounds like a special woman. I wish I actually knew what, like, the way that he phrased it.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Okay. Oh, do we have, oh, we can go and look in here. Oh! Oh, God. So Adair said, after he said, you know, and Adair said, heh, and she was real loud, too. He used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room. Jeez, he went from, like, not saying anything to going into a lot of detail. So I do understand why Chody responded the way she did. All right, I gotta mess with these sound levels. Achievement unlocked, 3rd wheel. So when we gotta turn this down. And I gotta turn... Okay. Turn this down, I feel like. I wish there was an ambience one. I want sound effects to mostly be heard. There's usually like an ambience slider, because that was like that, those mosquitoes or whatever were like, yeah, those things in the background now are really loud. Can we, I guess, should we talk to Wainglith? This is, Chody's. Alright.
That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
Yeah, this is Chody's other priestess that she was with. She can take care of herself.
And you know her better than her own brethren?
You look, but you never see me. The Watcher's got a keen eye. Spotted my potential.
Yeah, absolutely I did. That's totally what happened.
Please just guard her well. Protect her purity and her godliness. The body is a shell. It's her soul that'll suffer if she steps from the path
That's a
of
giant dog.
Do you seek a blessing from the light?
We're looking, yeah.
If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Nekataka. She's been around a while. Knows more of us than most anyone else.
Okay, Nekataka is a great and ancient city so old that its foundations are said to predate the great Huana cataclysm of legend. In recent years, the native Huana population has been crowded by the arrival of Valian and Rautarian colonists, traders, and soldiers. Alright.
Yeah.
So these are, yeah, Dawnstar, Aothosians. Nothing over here. Rinko's home. Oh yeah, there's a guy over here to talk to, I think. We need to talk to you about. They were like having a conversation.
Per complanka. Don't tell me you're here to complain too.
The guardsman covers his face with his hand, groaning. Ah, the Picard.
The virus. Are they recruiting right off of the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak.
What's going on?
A fight, Mestra. One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worst for it.
Also, I'm in Amawa. Why are the... Oh, I guess they're island Amawa, and I think I'm a coastal Amawa. So, I guess that's why he's like, he's like, oh, you're here to complain about those fucking Juana too. Like, he jerks a thumb towards the nearby door.
Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Amawa. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa.
Well, now he's mentioning just Amawa in general.
Much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter. If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
Darmo makes a short, frustrated hand gesture and turns away. Alright.
Right.
Let's go talk to this guy. I assume he's inside. I assume that's who he's pointing at. Guess we'll see, though. Well, that's not Ringo. Is this not stealing? Is there no stealing now? Ooh, clothes. Ooh, a hat. This chart appears to outline some kind of mining operation. Numbers in the nearby ledger seem to allude to volume, though precisely what isn't clear. Ooh, grog. I mean, we always need grog. Grog, grog, grog. Is this... Okay. Not new information from over the previous game. I think we've also read that. Hi, Tori.
I'm keeping Papa company till he's better.
Oh, okay. Okay, I gotta try out these new clothes. There we go. One of these clothes, I don't think these clothes are gonna be better than my current clothes, which are amazing. Nope. But, how about for you? Do they look better on you? Important. No, I think the kind of the homespun clothes look a little better than the Valian clothing. Yeah. They're exactly the same, I believe. So yeah, same stats. So it doesn't actually. It's just the just our fashion. God, love that coat.
Sure.
Who's there?
Oh, this is stealing. Okay. So we can steal all their food. We just can't steal what's
Tori, is that you? Wait, who are
Wow,
you?
are you like beaten up? Figure in the bed is a young Valian man. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that. First thing you notice is that he seems to have been severely beaten. Yeah, Jesus. One eye is nearly swollen shut, where his skin is revealed is a patchwork of livid bruises. He groans and winces as he props himself up, glaring up at you with one good eye.
I know exactly how he feels. And I beat up a lot of folks just the same way.
Okay. Chody nibbles on her lips to hide a spreading smile. They are just like, this is the third wheel. This is so weird. She's like, oh, Adair beats people up. That's so cute.
Come to laugh? Madeko. This would not have stood in Ozia.
He yanks at the bedsheet, trying to cover himself. What happened to you?
Iswana. They are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me. Out
A
of
night of
nowhere.
cards? Somehow I doubt it was out of nowhere if it involved cards.
I had not spoken a word to her. The mad devil. Look what she did to me. My ear.
He turns his head and you see that there's a scabbed over notch where a chunk of flesh has been torn away from his left ear.
When the fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away. Bold as anything.
Were you cheating or something? I mean, I'm kind of tempted to ask if he was cheating. I'm gonna ask if he was cheating.
Madiko, she was not even playing. There I am, counting my winnings, and suddenly a giantess grabs my shoulder. Perhaps I said something then, but she struck the first blow.
Oh.
The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she is out there, and I...
He gestures feebly with an arm, grimacing.
Listen, I am without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son?
Yeah. This is why you need socialism. His already bruised, purpled face reddens further.
That woman should be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare.
How much was in the coin purse? Maybe I can reason with this woman. Where should I start?
They call her Mokeha. I imagine she is back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north. Then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
Mm-hmm. With that, he sags back against the mattress, clearly exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a thing here. Oh, that's stealing. Ooh, it is a lot of gold, I think. It's gold coins, so... I don't actually know how the currency conversions work, but the base currency is coppers, and there are silvers, so... and there are golds, so... Deerwood and Captain.
Marvelous carvings.
Oh, yes. This one is many centuries old. Blessed by Ngati herself.
Magnificent.
Alright, so if I'm holding tab and the names show up, that's also I read actually that okay. Yeah, that there is you could just toggle this instead. So I don't have to hold it down all the time, which is what I'm
It's
normally
not
doing.
right. I came here on the first ship. Why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're bigger than you, and they haul cargo without whining about it.
It's not right.
Shut the fuck up. Asshole. Alright, let's talk to Henrik. Because he's got a name.
Here you find civilization, Ainika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive. That is, unless you prepare yourself,
Yeah,
ne?
well, that's what I figured, is that he's a shop.
A wise and prudent decision.
Alright, what do you got? Oh, we got robes. Which are just clothing. This is not an inn. Though you can retrain characters here if you want to. I don't think we need to retrain Shodi, which would be the only one we can retrain. Well, I mean, we could retrain the other ones, but, you know. How much money do we have? Not that much. Sure, we'll get robes at some point that we can see what they look like. This is just all the basic weapons. He does have some magic weapons. Essence Interrupter. I'm sorry, what? Crit events with this weapon transfer experimental soul energy to the target, morphing them into a sentient creature when the target dies. Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting. That's cool. Ooh, that's cool, actually. Why is the veiling clothing cheaper than the robe? Weird. I guess, yeah, did we figure out what her... I guess it's just her, like, spells are basically all she got. So, her spells, she has a damage spell. She has the dazing spell. She has healing. Alright.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oops. Yeah. Altaria. Alright. The jail. And there's the governor's estate. Oops. What's up here?
A spy, no doubt about it.
Quite the dramatic entrance for a spy.
Royal Deadfire Company works with all types.
On a deer ship,
Deadfire,
they
huh?
don't have the imagination.
I mean, it's the Deadfire Archipelago. It's like the location we're in, so. I like these little conversations we get now, though, as we're going through town. I feel like that is... I don't remember if you really had those before. Repair supplies, ooh. And hardtack.
Will do.
Most of the postings offer various goods for trade, though you spy at least one crude drawing of what may be the governor. I mean, why do I need to buy fish when I took something out of that and I don't know what it was. Great. Some kind of loot. Let's talk to Altaria.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, miss. We are still recovering from the storm.
What's the mess?
We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps?
Well, let me see what you have.
Have a look.
Repair supplies, medical supplies, cannon shot, water, Hardtack, rice, ale, also infinite. Has a strange tablet. Strange. The stone tablet is wrapped in rich leather and engraved with a flowing vertical strips in a language you've never seen before. Okay. I feel like we're gonna have to buy that at some point. Death's Maw grants death runes. Being near a killed enemy grants temporary damage reduction. Oh, that's cool. That'd be good for a dare. A battle-worn grimoire. Oh, look at all those spells that we don't have anyone that can use. But, and it goes all the way up. Ring of minor deflection. Oh, very minor. Yeah, no ammunition, no medicine. There's some water. Have some food. We have alright morale. We also don't have a ship yet, so, you know. I'm kind of used that I don't actually have to hold this. I'm like reflexively doing it. Water. A gate. Glaive berries. Alright, so we're definitely going to go in the governor's estate, but let's maybe look around the rest of the town first. Go over by the fish. There's also, of course, I assume this is an inn, but who knows, I guess. So this is a fishmonger, but she actually has her name.
I have many fish here to trade. I caught them myself.
Yeah, so this is one of the coastal or island amount, whichever one I'm not. Let me see what you have. Fire kelp, hagfish, silverfin, cuttlefish. Don't eat cuttlefish. Don't eat things that are somewhat intelligent.
No contest.
What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim?
You are a strange man.
Wow, yeah. So, he said, surprised to let you alone. I still get sour looks from the guards. He's another Amawa. So, there is... Got that racism going.
No word from the Animancers?
Not a thing.
Give me that ale. Alright, let's go to the inn. Seems like that's always a good place to go. Assuming that's what this is. What the hell is this? Oh. I mean, those were worth a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but like they were very powerful crafting materials in the first game. But
what do we do if there are no more ships?
Die of starvation or disease.
Batso, I hate talking to you.
hey, I got a ship. Kind of. I mean, you know, I'm gonna have a ship. I'm working on it. Let's talk to this guy.
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you.
A rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. Thanks. What's this about the rooms?
We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
Oh. He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Well, tell you what. I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
I'll see what I can do, I guess.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
In the final nod, he turns away. Billy said the barkeep stares at you in confusion as you gingerly place the full tankard in your backpack. Yes. Why can I... Is that not a... Oh, I guess that's... I thought that was a blue thing being highlighted, but no, that's actually just the color. Alright. Can we talk to him more? Oh my god, I can't fucking click on him.
Still kicking, eh? What would it be?
Any chance to tell the fight between Rinko and Mokea? Oh, let's ask about Port Mike.
Guess you haven't exactly seen the prettier side of the place since you landed, right? It's the only town on the island, if you don't count Sarahuzi, little Juana village out west. Really is a decent place most days. Good trade, and plenty of money rolling in from Claudio's investors. Damn sight quieter than back home, but I don't have to tell you about the Deerwood. Ain't right doing business sober. I could fix that for you.
Any chance to tell the fight between Rinko and Mokea?
That'll be the Juana the poor fool got into a dust-up with, I expect. Yeah, I saw it. Made a real mess, they did. The two of them were having a game of cards, far as I could see. Guess things between them soured in a hurry. I kicked the Juana out, had a few men carry what was left of Rinko home.
So they were playing against each other.
Well, yeah. Think maybe Rinko wasn't expecting one of the Juana to know the game so well. He looked real nervous by the end.
Do you know Rinko?
Well, no more than most. He's a hard man to like, let's say. Came here with the wife, an animancer, one of Odorisi's lot. The governor could tell you more there.
Ooh, okay. His wife's his missing wife. It's an animancer. Do you know who started it?
Could have been anything. Rinko doesn't know when to quit talking, and some of those Juana are real serious types. As far as I'm concerned, we owe the Storm Speaker for keeping the town in one piece.
So the Storm Speaker...
Don't mean I'd invite her people over for tea.
Is this type of chanter found among the Juana. Chanters are bards, by the way. So I guess kind of a leader, or at least a diplomat among the people.
Sure. Just hope you don't mean to dredge anything up again. Leave the feuding for the Blue Bloods.
What? Alright.
What else? It was the glory of my fighting years. The beast pulled nearly 7 full crews into its belly before it was brought down. I was at the helm that day, and for that, my captain gifted me one of the beast's eyes.
Thor's eyes glitter with pride as he points to the wall just right of the counter.
My proudest moment and my dearest treasure. I would not part with it for all the world.
I wish I could tell him that I killed a kraken too, but don't have that little bit of reactivity. It was in the DLC. Let's go upstairs. Try to find this guy. definitely need to talk to the governor. Both. Oh yeah, so that was annoying because I was gonna ask him about. There was the option to ask him about where we get our ship repaired, but then I didn't ask it to him immediately, and we didn't get the option to ask it to him again. So I'm guessing obviously that means that, well, he can't repair it for us. But I'm a little annoyed. I'm guessing he would have pointed us in the right direction, maybe. Oh, this is the one with the key. Okay. Let's also go over here. Oh, wait. Both of these are on. Okay. Well, let's talk to this guy. Ah, my God.
Ah, a new face. You've heard, of course, that Norgund remains the most reliable and discreet supplier of mostly legitimate wares?
Is this the fence in the inn? Just like in Skyrim?
Are you looking for something in particular?
Mostly legitimate?
I am an honest merchant, madam, but I confess that the tools I supply have an unjustly sinister reputation. How my clients decide to use these items is not my responsibility, after all.
That may not be true. Show me what you have for sale, though. Lockpicks. Thief's Putty. Gives +2 mechanics, +2 sleight of hand, +2 stealth. That's cool. It's an unguent. Spices. Scorching Venom. Cinder Bomb. Look at the bombs. Deadeye is the same another. Oh, not a poison, a drug. Taru chew. There. Taru, literally chew weed. So he's a drug dealer. And he also sells bombs and this sleeping woman, our person, is like, "Oh, the deer wouldn't run. Are you here to stay?" That's cool. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that though. So I guess the guy must be in here.
On it.
Don't remember ordering more drinks.
Uh-huh.
Galleon's working his way through every drink on offer. Idiot.
Well, we gotta steal his grog. Got a antidote. That's interesting. Seems useful. Let's talk to Galleon.
Thought I'd locked that thing.
The classy-eyed gentleman before you bears the miserable expression of the recently sober. He also smells like he's been pickling in a cask for a few days.
Thing is, the way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side.
I'm not sure if he's sober.
Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
I'm here for the rent. I mean, that's basically true.
Oh, aye. You running Thorol's errands? Well, I haven't got his pay.
This
And
guy's
he
so
knows it.
sassy.
Come back tomorrow. Better yet, tell him I'll swing by myself.
This is
when I do.
intimidation. This is... I'm asking politely.
You're trying to kick us out. Nothing polite about that.
Thorol's pretty steamed. Things are only gonna get worse. Galleon looks down at himself, and then out at the fouled bedding and the sticky carpets. His shoulders slump.
Well, maybe we did lose our heads a little.
You serious? You're going to let her kick us out of our own room?
Oh hey, she's a blue Omawa. Also, he sounds like Vegeta. Is that what Vegeta sounds like?
Come on, you lot. The crew of the Peregrine sails for brighter shores.
He heads out at a wobbling limp. Well, I'm glad our like +2 diplomacy check was enough to get through that. Although our +2 intimidate check was also enough.
Yeah.
Which I guess is just
Sure thing.
that's what happens with like level 1 quests. When he gets shouty. I haven't seen any Dragon Ball Z since like I was a kid. So I have no memory of what anyone sounds like. I didn't watch a lot of it anyway.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I cleared out that room for you.
Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep.
Yeah. What kind of place would this be then?
The room's yours if you want it. And for a job well done, here's your pay.
Wow. That seems like a lot of copper. He sets a damp leather coin touch on the counter. Is that really? Yeah, that was. Wow. So we went from... We had 500 and he just gave us 1,200. So, that's a little... Seems good. Seems good. Okay, so where else do we need to go? I guess we can go visit the jail, maybe? What other quests do we have? Right. Oh, they have like a difficulty. Oh. Interesting. That's interesting that it does that when it's like... Huh. Oh, I thought this was... I thought this what it was meaning that it was a story quest, but no, apparently this means it's easy. So these are our difficulty, but this is because they're companion quests, so they're probably going to go on for a while. That's really that's kind of weird to do that, but I guess with like side quests, it's a little better. Kind of tell you. Oh, let's go hang out at the jail, I guess. But he's always gonna. It's always good to check out the jail. Then we'll go to the governor's mansion and continue the main quest. Get our ship repaired, hopefully.
I got it.
Oh, I forgot that we got a fucking... Yeah. Oh, yes. That's good. I forgot we got that. Should we put a dare in a hat? Those continue to look absolutely terrible. He doesn't look as bad in these as everyone else does. Hello. Oh my god. Click. Nope. Click on her.
Yes? What is it I can do for you?
The watch commander looks up at you after her listless greeting, and you notice that she has a dark bruise around one eye. She grimaces but does not turn away. What happened to you?
What happened? I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without warning.
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Something you wanted?
How are things here in Port Mage? I don't actually remember how to pronounce it.
We lost no one to the storm, but many homes have been damaged, and the people are terrified of this giant the scouts reported. It is chaos, pure and simple.
You guys
But
know?
things might have been far worse.
You guys don't know what the deal with the giant is? It's way worse. I don't see many guards around.
We are stretched thin. The storm speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there.
Cultists? Oh, the Euthasians. Oh, yeah. Savia glances up at Chody, expression flat, but keeps silent. Yes. Also, what? Chody is, like, over here just, like, waving her lantern around with soul magic in it. That is the purple light of soul magic.
Now I have Ilari's people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Botso kicks up his heels like a prince.
Botso, a Valian term for the penis, in a pejorative sense. Thanks, game.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I humbly offer my services. Let me out and I will bring you this Ilari's teeth.
Shut it, Rigere.
I can go speak to the Solari.
Kue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I hear by choice. Why do this?
Wow, I did not know that makes sense. The Gold-Packed Knights, which are Paladin Order, are mercenaries for hire who believe in payment as a form of binding contract and hold impartiality as a high virtue. Jesus Christ. So I shouldn't say this because even though I kind of believe it, as we talked about at the end of last time, both Adair and Chody apparently disapprove of being mean about Aothis, so I probably shouldn't piss my two companions that I have currently off. Seems only sensible to be on good terms with the commander.
And you are a sensible woman, I see. Fair enough. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
Yeah. I think you can get through... I wonder how much this game you can get through without fighting. Obviously not all of it, because like you start in combat and you have to fight. That's very clear. Like, nope, this is not a game where you can choose not to fight. But a lot of it you can generally avoid, even if you have to sneak by it and kind of lose the XP, which is not great. But God, people, stop saying that, please. Oh, I can also redo my party formation now. Yeah.
On it.
Ooh. A worn dog-eared primer on the Juana language. I'd like that. Alright, we don't need the clothing. Probably not. But I like having a hat. Do you want a tri-corner hat? Oh, that's pretty good. I think that's what Adair needs. I mean, my hat has a feather in it, which is, like, way better. But, God, he looks so dumb. God, that's really good.
I got it.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Painting of Wooded Glade is signed Luisa Clario. What is that? Oh, rice wine.
Will do.
Alright. Was this... Could you actually go... Oh, no, it's roped off. I see. Oh, it's like, where's the governor? But he's right there. It's just the dumb... I don't know what to make of these stories. A behemoth striding across the land. Yeah, sounds pretty wild, doesn't it? It gets wilder.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valiant Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port March.
Milady. Adair now sells leather tankers at the Red Fair. Yeah. Great. So this is, I didn't realize he was the governor under a trading company. So this is like, you know, like the British East India Company or something. Yeah. He spreads his hand in a subdued flourish. Oh, darn it, I should have listened to what he said.
I'd like to say the pleasure's all mine, but I try not to lie. Don't worry, I'm only here on account of her.
Rude, Chody! She bobs her head in your direction. Chody, if you don't have anything nice to say...
Of course. I see you've been as quick to involve yourself as ever.
Claria's tone is polite, but there is a strained edge to his wide smile as he turns from Chody to address you.
Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge.
So this is actually a dissident line. I like that dissident gives you history. That's nice. That's alright. Never fit in much where I came from. I guess we should take our line.
Interesting. Is that why you came?
No.
This may be a
it's
Valiant
not.
Trading Company outpost, but I welcome settlers willing to work.
I'm tracking down Aethys for the goddess Sparath. Yeah, I'm on a mission from God to kill another god. No, I have to find someone.
A fearsome task out here. You have a great deal of water and land to cover. But I see your point. The sooner you are away, the less likely your quarry will slip the net, no? Now, to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn.
I'm the Lady of Cadnua. Couldn't I owe you a favor? He probably has it. They don't know who the statue is, so they probably haven't heard that Cadnua has been destroyed. Of course, they probably don't know what Cadnua is then, also. We're 106 leagues from Deerwood. We've got a full party, half a pack of Svef. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses.
Cadnua? A dear wooden castle, is it?
Yeah, see, he knows.
Proposal, to be sure, but I'm afraid the matter at hand is rather urgent. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them.
God, why is she spending her time in dialogues, like, just waving around that soul lantern? That's so creepy.
There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here.
Is that so?
You're familiar with the luminous Adra trade?
Let's see, so we have a history or a metaphysics. I know the luminous Adra is supposed to house more concentrated essence, and apparently it's also native to the Deadfire.
It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing.
How does one go about refining Adra?
How indeed? That, I'm afraid, will remain a trade secret.
So you don't know.
We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost.
Like, if it's a
on
need
the
to know
other
matter,
side
he
of
doesn't
the
know.
island. A successful venture, up until very recently. We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise.
Including that one guy's wife?
And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that?
Well, you pissed off a god. Sorry. Sorry to tell you. That's,
We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants.
Ah, yeah, Odorisi is who that guy said his wife was working
what
for, I
has
think.
If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk.
Hi, Dio. How's it going?
Which is where you come in.
How was your...
You need a ship?
How was your...
I need information.
nap?
See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way.
I mean, what if the reports comes back that, we can't? Like, I mean, like, what if he's gone? Or what if they're all dead, and you're like, well, everything's fucked. You still gonna be spending resources fixing my ship? Aethys is out there stomping across the island. You're worried about some research? They don't know what's Aethys yet, apparently. Or at least they don't believe it. I'm not sure if, I feel like the Aethasians seem to know that it's Aethys, so I guess other people would presumably have heard that and just don't believe it. Which is reasonable. Do you have any idea what might have happened?
I told you what happened, but you wouldn't listen to me. We could have prepared for this level of destruction. But what do I know? I'm just a priestess with prophetic dreams.
I mean, that does sound kind of ridiculous when you say it like that, Jody. Clario's jaw tenses, but he otherwise ignores Jody's tirade.
The Huana storm speakers should have kept the worst of the weather at bay. I can't imagine what else might have happened. There are wild beasts on the island, but they wouldn't have attacked an active dig site.
Billy says, in fairness, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Yeah, exactly. And if I find this Odorisi?
Why, take his report on the situation and remind him that he's under certain contractual obligations. And relay my deep relief at his good health, of course.
Oh, fine. I can do that.
Gilad, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map, here.
I don't know that I want you to have men keep watch over my ship, necessarily. That sounds like kind of a threat.
You'll do it for the Watcher, but not for me? I see how it is.
With a discontented sound, she crosses her arms over her chest. Also, Chody, we're not going around telling everyone I'm a Watcher. That's not something you just, like, throw out there.
Yes. Why wouldn't I want a pack of Dawn Stars crawling over my Adra mine in search of their lost deity?
Claria darts a quick, sour look in Chody's direction.
One more thing. If you should recover Odoris's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Do go on.
Alright. I think we can leave town. Got a number of quests. So this is... Okay, so that's to the west. That's also to the west. Let's go out this way in case we need to go... In case we need to go the right direction. Sometimes you had to do that in Pillars 1, sometimes you didn't. I mean, like, once you had been there... Okay, yeah, because to go over here... Yeah. Port shop. Oh, okay. So you can go into here and just buy some shit. Well, that's new. Oh, guns. And sales. Wait, what else is in here? Oh, party management. Okay. Which obviously doing that. Okay. Oh, so there's another place up here we go to. Wait, oh, is that's the actual, the village, like the Juana village. I thought it was going to be something we had to go on the map. But, doesn't seem like it. Chartered ducal governorship. Ocean folk. Which are folk are humans. Alright, let's go over to... Oh yeah, an interesting... Why is this... What does this mean? Let's go over to... It'll take 1 hour and 9 minutes. Okay, to complete your journey from the harbor to Gorecki Street. This map is really neat. I like this map a lot. Oh, it's got a little thing. Got that red line. What are you doing, Dio? Oh, you climbing up there. Okay. Have fun, Dio. As you make your way along through the side streets of Port Mage, you come upon visible traces of the storm's passing. Oh, I gotta keep using my number keys. Many of the houses here boast cracked window panes and sagging awnings, and you pass narrow streets strewn with foliage and debris. The cobblestones beneath your feet are still slick with water and silt. Before long, you are ankle deep in sucking mud and loose stones. The flooding only worsens up ahead, where the water level rises to the knees. Most of Port Mage's residents have fled this region for dry land. Wow, it's still really flooded. But the murmur of raised voices ahead and the occasional splash suggest you are not entirely alone. Are we getting ambushed?
Steady does it.
Oh, there's a ghost. Hi. Oh. Hi, looters. I mean, I don't know if these guys are... considered... Oh. Well, they said...
Trouble,
yep.
folks.
Okay. Well, apparently that guy's actually dangerous. Oh yeah, wow. Why is he so interesting? Okay. Do I have my gun out? I do have my gun out properly. That's good.
Take him down.
So what do you have for spells? Alright, you have that. You have the dazing. Oh, okay. You have Holy Radiance. Yeah, still just affects vessels. The attack part, the healing part affects your allies. Alright. Just fire at that guy, I guess. Adair. I want you to just kind of sit here maybe right now. Because I want him to block off both of these guys as both these groups. Alright. They have a gun. What does this guy have? Can't really see. Oh, he's got a... Oh, he's at least got a shield. Wow, they have that good a reflex? Well, they do have really high reflex. That's kind of surprising. Tanglefoot, of course, has very low... Why do they have such high reflex? Is this not an AoE? It's not an AoE. Okay. Yeah, I need some non-reflex attacks. Fuck it. Alright, I think we're gonna do this. Tell him to go over here. Yeah. Hopefully that's enough. Yep, we're also got this problem. Deal with this by spirit shifting, I think. Hi! Oh, he had concentration. Interesting. Wow, that also hurt like hell. Oh, we cannot make it. Darn it. I really need to I feel like I really need to daze that guy though. But also I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to daze him. Alright, you hit him.
Oh, thank Worthen.
Oh god, I am like hurt. I'm in pain. Oh, yeah, this did not actually go off. Oh, this guy has a lower reflex, okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I was interrupted. I need to go hit this guy. Try to. Oh, her AI is on. Oh, that's actually, I mean, that was what I was going to tell her to do anyway. Okay. What dazed him? She's out of shit. I am crippled. Okay. Well, let's try this again. Oh, we grazed him. We did not knock him down. This guy hurts like hell. He's got a bow. Wait. Oh, I told you to use this.
Let's go.
Did you get interrupted or something? Oh, now you have none. Darn it. Alright.
Hogwash!
Good God, this sucks. Yeah. We're getting bashed our faces in. I don't really know what to do about this. Oh boy. That's bad. Okay, maybe we need to use this shit. Alright. Don't actually know how it works.
No one noticed that, right?
Alright. This is versus fortitude. Alright. Well, I'm gonna finish killing this guy, and then we'll use those abilities. Alright.
Lavru, be on sync.
Alright. Okay. That worked. We literally evaporated that guy. So, you know, that's ideal. That is ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, the slow-mo kill for some reason.
Yeah?
Oh, everybody leveled up. Well, that's good at least. Let's see, an arquebus, padded armor, a hood, some kappa leaf,
On it.
saber, small shield, leather armor, a ragged hood.
Well, don't see why not.
God, everyone's slow.
Found something.
Hidden objects. Yes, I know hidden objects. Oops. To interrupt. Yes.
Huh?
Please?
I got it.
There we go. Hatchet. Hunting bow.
Yeah?
Quill leaf. Alright. Gotta get our looting on. Oh, robe. Ooh, protective Aethasian charm. Alright. So, first of all, what does this do? +1 perception. Ability activates before death, or near death, grants health restored, and minus 25% damage taken. Alright. That's cool. Can we give that to... No, you already have this. Can I have that? I can. Alright, then we'll give that to you. I'm like, yeah, I'm the mayor now. So we have a hood? I wonder what the hood looks like. It looks like a hood. So a ragged hood. And let's see here. We got gun, we're not gonna use. What else we got? Oh, we got the robe. That's right. Look what the robe looks like. Oh, well, God, it looks like a flannel shirt on top. It's a button-up robe on top. That seems weird. That's not usually how robes work, right? I feel like, yeah, we didn't look at what all of her her armor looks like, just to see, because we're not using it. Could be a shirt plus skirt combo, I guess, but then it's not a robe. It says robe. Right? Isn't a robe by definition one piece? I feel like. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as knowledgeable about my clothing terms.
Well, this'll impress some ladies.
Sure.
Alright, let's talk to this.
Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. You are quite blinding.
What's the last thing you remember?
Pain. I came to help one of the traders gather her belongings. Then other men came. They struck me over and over. Is that why I cannot see?
Well, yes and no. I'm sorry, but you're dead. Come with me, I'll help you.
Dead? But this is terrible.
I mean, yeah. Yes, dead is terrible. Spirit sighs, wispy shoulders slumping.
Let me ease this one's pain, Watcher.
Dark eyes solemn, Chody circles her lantern around the departed soul. Can you see it too? Well, only I could see it. Okay, so we gotta level up, everybody. I need to level up. Okay, so I did read a little bit because I was looking into just general, like, I just kind of wanted some general, like, you know, what if I was trying to find out if are you collecting these ghosts? Yes, we literally are, because Aothis is the guy who is supposed to, I guess, or is one of the gods who is supposed to take souls into the afterlife, basically, and the other one is Barath, who's the one who hired us. And Barath is refusing to do it, and Aothis is maybe refusing or maybe incapable. So the spirits don't pass into the afterlife. So that is why we tell them to follow us, because we're basically making a giant train of ghosts. Which we don't see them following us, but I don't know why. Like, I don't think in fiction, I feel like we should be able to see them. Like, that they're just kind of conveniently out of range or something, but they're basically just following us. Can you make them fight for you like Pokemon? No. At least not yet. Yeah, so I was looking at, like, because I wanted to know if the stats that I went with are still the good dialogue stats in this game. And so I happened to read a comment that basically, you know, a lot of these passive skills get checked a lot more now because these didn't exist in the first game. And that they specifically said, well, you know, because most of these you can, like, have your party. But somebody mentioned specifically that Insight is the one that gets checked the most for, like, only your character and without your party's benefit. Like, non-party checks. So, like, that's the most important thing to get on your main character, which is useful information. So I'm going to get a point of insight. I also get some... I don't know what I want to get here. We need to keep building up mechanics. Which just like D&D, you want somebody proficient in insight. Yeah, it's just in this case, you specifically want your main character to be proficient in it, rather than your other characters. Let's see here. I don't need these. Well, a point of athletics is probably good to get, because it gives you second wind. That's always good. It's also probably going to be checked personally more often. Oh, we get to power level 2. So our spell that we automatically get, I think this is what these are, is the Moon's Light, which is a health restored over AoE. A health, healing AoE effect, which is good. Or, over time, rather, I want to say. Which is good, because that's why one of my favorite druid spells in the first one was Moonwell, which is very similar. It just has a bigger AoE. And also gives a buff to defenses, which is good. Alright, so Insect Swarm was really good in the first game. It's also a Fortitude effect, which I need, because I need something that doesn't target. Hold Beasts is another one of those situational spells, because it only affects beasts, I believe. Assuming that's still the case. But it is very good against beasts. Woodskin. Alright. +5 Pierce Armor rating, +5 Burn Armor rating. That's very situational. I mean, it's good in the situation, it's just very situational. Taste of the Hunt is a melee spell attack that heals you. Firebrand summons a Blade of Pure Fire. Alright, so there's a lot of spells in the game that are like summon weapons for you, because a lot of them are melee weapons. And I'm like, well, most of my casters don't want to summon melee weapons, although it is totally viable to actually, in Pillars, to build a caster character that is a melee character, because there are all these spells and lots of also defensive spells, like wizards can do it really well. It's not something I ever really messed with it, but you totally could do it. And druids obviously also have a lot of defensive options, so they could take advantage of this. Oh, this is good. It's a decent AoE. It's got the minus action speed, so slows attacks, deals decent damage, but it's a reflex spell. I really don't think I can take another reflex spell. This is a cone. It's not that great. Lesser Blight, so that's a summon. I don't know how good druid summons are. I know chanters have the best summons. I feel like druid summons are okay. They're not great. This is another reflex spell. Yeah, it's not exciting. Alright. Okay, so I think I take this one. It's not the best damage, but it's the ranged damage spell that is not right. Okay, oh, I could take one of these. So these are, I wasn't sure whether I got both of these or just one. It is just one of these. So let's see, what is this? 50% damage dealt is freeze with weapons. Oh, when shapeshifted. When spirit shifted. It's a lot of weird, like, there are a lot of things is that usable if you shapeshift. The spells, you can always use spells when you use shapeshift. Unless there's one druid, like, subclass that can't use spells with a shapeshifted. Yeah, there's a lot of these abilities or spells and stuff that, like, you read, like, the effects, and it just says, like, plus 15% damage, dealt as freeze weapons, but this is not actually what it does. Like, this is what it does while you are spirit shifted, which is a very big caveat, and there's a lot of those conditions. Oh, the summoned weapon, can you use it while you're I don't know. That's a good question. Because you could cast it, or at least I think normally you can cast spells, but normally, yeah, you don't have your regular weapons while you're spirit shifted. So if you cast a spell that summoned a weapon, would you be able to use it? I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't done that stuff. I haven't really messed with... I never used the Druid's Shapeshift. I literally just never used it in the first game. Like, I tried it once and then never used it again because I was like, well, that's worthless. Because my Druid that I had just sat in the back and checked spells. Yeah, so these are not useful because this is Spirit Shifted. These are all melee. Yeah, these are not useful to me. These are all the melee styles. This is the only one that's not a melee. Well, actually, are these all melee styles? Because this is like the bullseye. Maybe these aren't. Maybe the one-handed and two-handed style aren't. But I think I still need, I need an attack spell. I really want that fortitude spell. I'm trying to think of... Why is this considered a beast keyword? This I don't understand. So it's not like... Because this... No, not this one. This one has the beast keyword, but that doesn't just mean... That's not saying, oh, this is one that can be targeted. That can only target beasts, because this has a beast keyword, and this targets anyone. So, I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there were any, like... This is versus deflection and fortitude. This is a very short range spell, which is fortitude. So I'm gonna look to see if that's a cone. This is a healing one, right? Oh no, that's a debuff. It's not a... It's an okay debuff. This is a reflex. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty much what we want. Wait, what? Oh, what? Oh, shit, we do get 2. This was just, like, automatically picked for some reason. Oh, fuck. Okay. This is really good. Now I'm like, oh, do I want that? Do I want, like, one-handed style? Because that's what I'm doing. And it converts, if it works on ranged weapons, it converts 20% of hits converted to crits is pretty good. Like, there's only so many spells I can cast. I also wonder how good the summon is. I mean, it's just a body, if nothing else. Oh, it's a really long cast time, though. Which is the way with all the summons, I think. They're all really long cast times. How big is this versus... Yeah, so it's like... It's not the size of the hobble, which is huge. But it's still a pretty decent size. Well, I think I'll get the summon. I think that's more reliable. I think eventually I might come back and maybe get Blizzard, although... Well, next level we'll get more of these spells, because we don't get power level 3 until level 5. So we'll probably get Blizzard next level. That's probably good. Alright. That's probably the most difficult person to level up. Let's level up Adair. Should be pretty easy to level up. Active skills. Oh, we gotta keep... He should actually probably level athletics, and we'll have someone else keep leveling, because this increases the health from his second wind, which he's going to be using. Passive skills. I don't know how this works, and I wish I did. How the group effects work. I'm gonna look that up, maybe. Try to remember how that works. Deadfire, skill, party assist. Okay. Summed skill of other party members. So it's everyone's is leveled up, and that creates the party bonus based on that total. So yeah, their individual totals don't actually matter. That's what I was curious about. So in that case... But the sum totals don't, I mean, they don't translate over. It's like, depends. So I want to look at... I wish it would show me then what other people said. Oh, it does, I guess, show me what they have. Okay. One and one. Let's get more diplomacy. I feel like we're always going to need more diplomacy. Okay. Level 2. Fighter stances are probably what we want. Though we also get... Oh, yeah, we get 2 abilities. So, Into the Fray is a pull, which is pretty good. But I think we want weapon and shield style. Yes. That's also good, but... This gives us defender style, or defender stance, whatever. Alright. Ooh, is that a modal?
Hey.
It's not a modal. Or, well, it is, but like it doesn't block this. That's what I was wondering about. So defender stance gives +3 enemies engaged, which is huge. Minus 5% damage taken per engaged target. God, that's the good shit. That's what we want. He still only has 1 active ability. Alright. Your active skills. What kind of active skills do you need? Probably mechanics. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to be our somebody gonna level up mechanics. Hi, Chody. Oh, look at you. I like your hair. So we want to put a bonus into that at some point. Basically, the breakpoints are like 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, those are when you get the bonuses. So, whoop. So, like, the diplomacy right now we have 2 plus 1 in Adair is 3, so 1 more would give us 4, which gives us bonus 2. Thank you for the follow, Kemi T. Hi. Yeah, so I guess let's put this into diplomacy. Oh, priest abilities. So what does she get? She gets withdraw, which is a spell I basically never use. Because you can't attack while you're withdrawn. So we do get 2 abilities though. Grants target ally fit, which gives constitution, so bonus health and bonus fortitude. Pulsing Seal sends enemies crawling on contact, causing them to become prone. It's versus fortitude. The Resolute, plus 5 resolve, so that gives bonus to deflection actually, as well as will, and they periodically gain. So that's a pretty decent buff. It's also a big, or a decent sized AoE. It's not that big, but summon a sickle weapon, summon a lantern. So these are first basically summon starting weapons, but I know. Iconic Protection. Ooh, this is, I think, a good spell. I remember this. Yeah, this is, or at least a good low-level spell. So it's a reflex attack, and it basically sends out a wave that also heals targets, or heals allies in the AoE. So that's a decent multi-purpose spell. There's also Pillar of Faith, which is a lot of damage, but is kind of hard to use. This doesn't do any damage, so that kind of sucks. This is a decent, like, starting buff, I guess, for combat. Which we gotta think about, because we do, like, can use these spells every combat, so. This is not a lot of damage. It's just an AoE, like a fairly large AoE. So this is a lot of damage though, so we might do this, and this fit is not, not that excited about that, not excited about that. Yeah, so it would be, are there any spells from Insightful? Is this Perception? Yeah, so this is an accuracy bonus. That is good. It's a good low level spell to start a fight off with, because it gives you a bonus to accuracy. Strong, which is plus might, so plus damage and healing, and fortitude. That's also good. Yeah, I wish. I kind of wish we had started with the buff spells. I mean, you know, having the healing is good, obviously, but could have retrained her, but it's just kind of, oh, she gets vile. This is a level 1 spell for me. She gets it at power level 3. It's weird. Circle of Protection is like a spell I really want, although it only lasts 10 seconds here. That sucks. Does she just have like no intelligence? Oh. She does. Huh. Weird. Power source. Faith. Alright. We did the level up.
Sure.
So I guess this is just a random encounter. Oh, there's another spirit over here. Oh, hi. Oh, there's Ilari. Never mind. This is the streets. Okay. I was like, is this a random encounter? No, it's not. This is the streets. We actually did get there.
Nothing but endless grey mist. This is not the afterlife I was promised.
Not yet, at least. Yeah, I guess we'll just tell her my friend here is a harvester of gone.
Right. You'd best follow me then.
Oh, she addresses the empty air, a smidge to the left of where the deceased woman actually stands. Okay, so she can't see it. She just figured it out because I was talking to her. Okay, or talking to the other spirit. But when she glides her lantern through the soul's amorphous form, the essence coalesces inside. Okay, so we're collecting the essence spirits in the lantern, so that's why they're not following us. Because they're actually in the lantern. Either the former inhabitants or looters have taken most of the home's contents. A few scraps of detritus float upon the dark waters. Alright, so here's our boy. Here's the guy we were sent to deal with. Were we actually, like, told about this? We were told a gang leader. Okay, well.
Clay? You the invasion force, big man? Deadfire company send you out ahead?
Well, I mean, you're basically dead on. The young elf's hand drops to a pistol in his belt, palming the grip. The faintest hint of a sneer plays about his lips as he watches you, unblinking. I mean, yes. So what are you doing here?
Ekosi? This is my street. That doesn't change after a little rain. That Storm Speaker, she didn't concern herself much with this place, did she?
He kicks at the water, splashing noisily.
Me and my gang, we keep the peace here, and the locals pay their dues.
Oh, they pay their dues.
Nothing here now but what they left behind.
Yeah, that's how that works. Savia sent me. She needs you to put a stop to the looting. Ilari snorts, his nose wrinkling. He regards you for a moment longer in expectant silence. Then he throws his head back, letting out a braying, unpleasant laugh.
Merle, she must be desperate. Not so desperate as to come here, on her knees to beg for herself, but she sent you. No, there's my answer. I get my cut. There's no sense in ruining a good thing.
I like attack. I'll show you a cut. Stab. Or in my case, shoot. Fortunately, we can diplomacy. Help her out this once, and Savia will owe you a favor.
A favor? Merle, I should buy her dinner, maybe.
Mid-chortle, Ilari's brows draw together. He runs a thumb along his jaw, frowning.
Done. I'll do it. Bon Piacco. Can't be too bad, having a commander in your pocket. Tell Savia this isn't permanent. Second the water clears up and things are back to normal, we're through. I'll spread the word. Gorechi Street is under lawful protection now.
I don't remember. See, this is the problem with having, like, a diplomacy skill. Is you end up with these situations, and it reminds me of, like Fallout, like New Vegas and stuff, where you would just, like, oh, well, I just got my speech skill up high enough, so I could just, like, say things, and people just go, oh, really? Or, like, Mass Effect also is, I guess, the really good example, of course, of that, where you just, like, say a completely banal thing, and people are like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Oh, shit. So now we need to go find Mokea, sorry. Which I think this is the village they're talking about. A master of words, this one, yeah. It'll take you 2 hours and 13 minutes. I need some music, travel music for the red line. Like zoom and follow it. Do 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 do. That was one of the best things about the old Indiana Jones games, was they had those scenes. I'm like, yup, they know what's important about this game. Or about this, like, fiction. This media property. Hey, buddy. Oh, this is all stealing. I can't just take things out like I can in the town. Okay, storm speaker, who I should probably talk to. It's probably polite to start talking to her first. I really thought the like fog of war, where people just like disappear. It's like, really? Like, I can't see them from here. I cannot see her. Oh, Makeha's Lodge. Okay. Well, so I guess we'll find her. Hi, Storm Speaker. Seated upon a chair before the bonfire, Ikawa looks into... Okay, the Storm Speaker is the lady that we saw at the start when we walked into town last time. Sure. Looks considerably more comfortable here in her home village. She prods absently at the coals with a long stick. Ikawa's lined face is pocked with fading scars, but there's no hostility in her calm appraisal as you approach. Well, that's nice.
How nervous poor Clario must be to find that Andra has set a woman of Rauatai upon his island.
Oh, that's cool. So this is specifically because we're coastal Maua and a Rauatai, and from Rauatai, which is the home of coastal Maua. Says that Andra sent a goddess of oceans we dealt with in the DLC of Pillars 1. A smile tugs at her mouth.
They told me what became of your ship. I say again that you are lucky. It is the only ship that survives. I could protect Port Mage, or else its ships, but not both. Perhaps Clario thinks I chose poorly.
If you were from Deadfire and an island of Maua, so basically one of them, you would have a special insight. Yeah, so now we've got the two. I really like that they're explicit with those checks instead of hiding in the background. Well, it's an option to turn it on or off. But yeah, I really appreciated having that in the first game. So I've definitely, I don't remember if it was on by default or not. I think it was on by default, but it is an option that you can turn off. The thing I do have turned off that you can also turn on is you can turn on showing you what, like, how dialogue options change your dispositions or your reputations, like whether you're considered diplomatic or whatever. I don't have those turned on, so I don't see what the options are, like, gonna change for my character. But I like seeing the requirements and seeing, because you can also turn off, like, even, like, this won't show. You can turn off an option so that this just won't even show up since you don't meet the requirements. You don't know that those are there. But I still like seeing them. It's a little gamey in that sometimes, like, some of these you can, like attribute ones, you can sometimes leave and, like, buff up with food or something and come back and do them, but eh. Oh, you played 3/4 of Pillars 1, did not know this thing. Okay, yeah, it might be turned off by default in Pillars 1. Yeah, I don't remember in Pillars 1. I think in Pillars 2 it was turned on by default. Okay. Well, I mean, this is, like, obvious. It doesn't look like the storm did much damage here.
To a storm speaker, the storm is a friend, gentled by a word. And Satahuzi is blessed with several storm speakers. We were able to shield the village from much of the weather. Some of it is mere luck. Most of our canoes were here by the shore. We did lose one of our voyagers. It will take some work to replace it.
I guess you and the governor don't really get along.
Better than it may seem. Clario can be reasoned with, especially if one approaches him with coin in their pocket. He is not a cruel man. I suspect he might even enjoy life on the island if he were free of his masters.
Why do business with the Valians?
Akira, do not all people trade for the same reason? The Valians have brought us guns, medicine, wine, and food. Some of them we have even convinced to help with the canoes.
Guns and medicine, but mostly guns.
My people have come to enjoy these things. The medicine has helped many of the children recover from fever. We gain from this peace. So long as Clario keeps his company masters away, we lose little.
Yeah, that feels like that's a big so long as. Can you help me free my ship? Guns, germs, and steel. Yeah.
Yes, but it will take Clario's assistance. Convince him, and I will aid you.
Why wait on Clario's word?
You are one of his people now. It falls on him to protect you.
Oh, why can't I be one of your people? Did your people see the giant?
Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry, though why, our priests do not know. I am only glad it has journeyed elsewhere.
A titan? I feel like I should be a little bit not just pulling out its Aothis to people.
Ngati, Andra's realm, harbors many great beasts. They say the ancestors of the Kahanga tribe, and so their queen, hold pacts with such creatures. My priests wonder if this is her doing.
Oh, and Ngati is a Juana trickster goddess. It is often worshipped as Andra, making the Juana the only people that believe Andra has a physical manifestation. Interesting, yeah. Because even when we met Andra in Pillars 1 in the DLC, we never actually see anything. She's just represented as, like, roiling water, basically. Why is this still...
Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry. Though why?
Which way did it go?
I do not know. Most fled the sight of it, and Clario has provided little information. This was the subject of our argument. Perhaps he will tell you more.
Alright. Mokeha is causing trouble in town. Ikawa sighs deeply and folds her hands in her lap.
Mokeha is proud, like her father. Each day this alliance tests her patience.
Ooh. We get the little insight line. Is she your daughter?
She shares my blood, my caste, my temper. But she is a daughter of the tribe. It is different among our people.
What does that mean? I just need her to return what she stole. Yeah, I don't actually, she probably shouldn't beat people up. But the guy probably was being a dick. But she can't take his money, basically. At least not that much of it.
Mokeha is no thief. She has all she needs here. What need has she to steal?
The plot thickens. Kawa's tone does not brook argument.
The Valians must be mistaken. Speak with her. You will see.
She nearly killed a man.
Mokeha could have killed him, if she wished to. Is it not enough that he lives?
I'm not sure about that.
Return once you are certain.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to her first. Before I make any... Alright, what's this guy?
Amura's winds blow sweet upon you.
Okay. Must be a leader. Oh, what are those? Oh, gain Svef berries are used in the production of Svef. Wow, great. Oh, what's all that out there? Clusters of coral dot the watery landscape with bright blooms of color. That's nice. Where are you going? Oh, you went to the lodge. The chieftain's lodge. So she's not the chieftain. I don't think. Well, never mind. I guess she is. Thought maybe she was like the diplomat
It
or
is
something.
late, outsider. Get some rest.
Oh, she went in here because it's late. Oh my god, it's a day-night cycle. So I can't talk to her now. God, this is fucking like Oblivion. Like, well, gotta rest. Oh my god, Rosé, you're so cute. You're such a cutie. What time is it? Wait. Doesn't this mean that it's daylight? Or is this showing like midnight? Is this no, that doesn't make sense. I actually don't know how this timing works. It says it's hour 5. Does that mean it's 5 a.m.? Why would she just be going to bed at 5 a.m.? Oh, there was Makeha. God damn it. She walked out of her house as I walked into it. That is also a classic Oblivion. Yeah. Oh god, Radiant AI is infecting other games. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. This does mean that we can just steal. Ooh, clothing. Yes. Ooh, medical supplies. More clothing. Oh, that might actually be valuable. I mean, I don't care about her weapons, but... Well, so this tells us that she doesn't have the weapons on hand. Alright, we gotta look at this cool clothing. Ooh, okay. Oh, look at... Really shows off my sweet arms. Doesn't have any shoes. That seems bad. I feel like you'd want shoes. But it is a nice, like, island clothes. Oh, that's cool, too. Alright, I think we put this back on, though. Did we get a... We did not get any more hats. It would be kind of funny to put her in a dress that's, like, with, you know, the bare arms and no shoes, but she's still wearing her hood. Oh. She wants to talk to me. Why does she want to talk to me?
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around.
Oh, it's because she got the soul in the lantern.
With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
How are you feeling? You suffered any recent nightmares? You know, premonitions of things I should know about?
I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's End.
The key to Aora's End? What does that mean? Her face alights with a fierceness.
I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra.
Mm-hmm.
And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness.
The darkness.
Tell me what's on your mind?
Should you be swearing so much as a priestess? What are your thoughts on Aothis?
We talking during the Saints' War, or after he died?
Chody taps a finger to her lips and hums thoughtfully. What's the difference?
Well, before he died, he was still Aothis as the majority of my brethren know him. Aothis embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aothis died.
It's interesting that Adair is pleased by her saying this. We all believed Aothis died. Billy said her lantern can't be that heavy. Souls only weighs 21 grams. And we're going to start adding a lot of souls to it, I guess, over time.
And I think a part of him did. The part he'd most closely woven into living flesh. The part that represented life and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian, rot, and falling away. That which is death.
Tell me about Aethys leading up to and during the Saints' War.
I really only know what my folks taught me.
She scratches the back of her head, hesitant.
Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die.
I would like to remind everyone, he got blown to bits by a giant bomb called the God Hammer, which is... oh, it's really good.
As the god of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my High Priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone.
Hi, Sierra! Yes, a god got killed by a nuke. A nuke that was made by another god. That is significant part of the backstory of this series. Also, that god is now back inhabiting a giant statue, like Statue of Liberty style, and going across the land like it's fucking Ghostbusters 2 or something. Yes, so the apotheosis of Gone.
And I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Obsidian, rot, regrowth. What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed. Always. Even if what comes back is a god.
This is really interesting. This feels like they must have been, while they were doing while they were doing the DLC for Pillars of Eternity, I think they must have been also already working on, or starting at least the concepts for Deadfire, because a lot of this is echoing the DLC and the story in the story in the DLC feels like a kind of setup for leading into Deadfire in a lot of ways, just thematically and conceptually, even though the plot is not related. Sierra said, I wish I didn't hate playing Pillars of Eternity because the setting of Pillars of Eternity fucking rules, because that god being actually a god and not full of shit, kind of a huge dick, and killed by a huge sacrilegious nuke is fucking amazing. Yeah, it's a setting that I wasn't very into initially, because I thought it was very well done, but it was kind of... the game, Pillars of Eternity 1, keeps you at such a distance from all the setting and the characters, kind of due to its Baldur's Gate nature, that it was really hard for me to get into it. But by the end, I was into it, especially the revelations at the very end of Pillars of Eternity 1, which I kind of wish that you knew for the whole game, because it makes the story way more interesting. It got me way more invested in it. Sierra said, also Chody Owens, from what I know of her, and her voice actress is great. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know anything about this game. We're really early on, so we basically have just met her and talked to her a little bit. But she's a fun character so far, and I fucking love that they're just let's have these characters in this fantasy, European fantasy game, and they just have U.S. Southern accents, because there's no reason they couldn't. It's just that's such a against the grain. It's so standardized that it's British, received pronunciation basically is the European fantasy accent, and it just was so startling to hear her and her other priestess talk when we first met them. I was like, what? What's your take on Aethys following the Saints' War?
Then you mean Gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died, and death requires change.
Okay.
He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now.
Yeah, so we know from the Pillars of Eternity 1 DLC, there was another god, Abaddon, that was killed, and he lost something permanently in his death. He lost an aspect, or a domain, basically. So this is even though obviously the god's like he's still around, but he did lose something. So Sierra said, yeah, Pillars of Eternity is very very good at taking its concepts that could be like really stock standard and taking them to absolute thought extreme. Yeah, it's because it was designed, such a like, well, we're gonna make a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, so we have to make a pretty like standardized European fantasy game. But it is a very well developed setting.
I'm glad we talked.
Like the politics of it, like are very thought out. It's yeah. And I also really appreciate that it's not actually. I'm careful, I'm saying European fantasy because it's not actually a medieval fantasy game. It is an early modern fantasy game in like all of the ways, like. It is a game about colonialism, active colonialism, and of course, obviously, technologically, like, they have guns. They're just a very widespread thing. Yeah, Sierra says, hell yeah, gun wizards. Sierra, I am playing a gun wizard. I gotta swap back to my gun. I'm starting off combat with a gun and shooting people, and then, because it takes so long to reload, then I swap to the wand and start blasting them with that instead. So I start off with the one powerful shot, and then swap to the thing that doesn't take ages to reload. Although, in this game, in Pillars of Eternity 2, the gun, like, the pistols and I think the, like, shotgun thing, not the arquebus, which is the rifle, but I think the blunderbuss, and wands as well are all one-handed weapons, which means you can dual wield like a gun and a wand at the same time. I'm just not doing it because it makes you really inaccurate. Yeah, Sierra said, so the thing is like, it's a successor to Baldur's Gate, but it feels designed by someone who really loved Mask of the Betrayer. Yeah, I mean, it was, because the Swashbuckle Wizard Go, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can't see it really, because I'm just, like, in the little, but this is what my character looks like, Sierra. Like, I got this coat in like a locked box in the first like dungeon that I had to like level up mechanics like twice to get, and I was so happy. Like, this is all that's in it. It's not magical or anything, but I was so happy. I was like, oh, what's in this chest? This chest I had to level up to get into. I was all like, what's gonna be in it? Is it gonna be some cool magical item? And then it was this, and I was like entirely pleased. Totally, it's worthless except aesthetically, but the aesthetic is so good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that and then there's Enter the Goon wearing the cast-offs. Yep, it's true. Yeah, I mean, he's got his own armor at least. He is wearing this terrible hat that we found him. And Shodi's just wearing clothes.
What do you need?
Yeah, I think I assume, because he was the lead on it, that most of, and the way that he's talked about it and stuff, that most of the setting, or a lot of the setting, was done by Josh Sawyer, who was also, the lead on New Vegas, so I think that comes through a lot. Oh yeah, I need to talk to this lady. This is who I was going to talk to. Stop walking away. Thank you. Adair might be my absolute favorite Karth. Yeah. Yes, I'm like trying to think if there's another one. I'm trying to think of like Alistair in Dragon Age. There's not really a Karth in Dragon Age 2. Is Cassandra the Karth of Inquisition? Because if Cassandra's the Karth of Inquisition, then it's Cassandra. Sorry, Adair. Cassandra's fucking amazing. But I don't know if she really counts. Caden is actually alright. I really hate Karth, but Caden is okay. Adair is good. I wasn't a big fan of, like none of the characters were really positive or negative strongly towards me in Pillars of Eternity 1, but I like Adair a lot more so far in this game. I feel like all the characters have a lot more, are allowed to express a lot more character in this game, or are written maybe in a way that just isn't so stiff, kind of, that I felt like was a lot in Pillars 1. I'm not sure. Uh, Sarah said about Cassandra, yeah, she is, but she's like barely a Karth. Yeah, I was like, like she is the starting companion along with Solas, but like, and she's the fighter. But yeah, it's a very like, yeah, but she was already introduced. You already like know her pretty well, and she serves a different function in that story, I think. The Amao woman steps sideways, angling herself towards you, and meets her gaze with an intense stare.
I do not know you.
Okay! Her voice is quiet, but each word is clipped and harsh. Oh my god. My power just, flickered. I mean, everything's fine, I think. But I didn't realize it was raining. Also, it's now raining in the game, so...
You were looking for Kawa?
No, I'm not. What's this? Oh, so you can have a line about picking something your own size, or you can have a line about being short. This one does away with advancing casting, right? Yes, everything is encounter based now, or almost everything. There are a few per rest abilities still, but no like spells are per rest. There's also no health versus endurance. Like you always just heal to full between combats, and yeah, I don't necessarily miss the Vancian casting, but I it feels like now there's basically no reason to rest. There's no like pacing, whereas I did at least like the health and endurance thing. I think I liked more so than the Vancian casting, even though I didn't mind the Vancian casting. Like once you got to a high enough level where you had spells, you could basically once where you didn't need to rest after every fight, you know. Especially once you did have a couple of encounter spells, that did help a lot. So I kind of wish maybe that they could have just brought that feeling of those high levels back down to the low levels, but still kept a little bit more of the rest, the pacing between encounters and the day. But yeah, health endurance was interesting, but Vancian casting was just annoying for the early game, for a game I already hated the act of playing. Yeah. And I guess it's like... Obviously, we all know what we're talking about, but I think technically it's not Vancian casting, because it's not... you're not memorizing, like, spell slots, if you know what I mean. Which is literally... It is completely baffling to me that system is not actually like just invented for a game. That is actually the way magic works in Jack Vance, in the novels, the Jack Vance novels, The Dying Earth. Like that's like the way that wizards work in D&D is literally how spellcasting works in that novel, where they memorize specific spells like oh, I'm going to memorize 2 magic missiles today. Which is just weird, because it never made any sense to me in fiction. I was always like, how does this, like, how are you explaining this in fiction to other people? Like, what are you doing? What are you conceptualizing? It's baffling to me that, yeah, it's not technically Vancian because you're a sorcerer, not a wizard, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's just, I'm not saying that we shouldn't call it that or use that to refer to it, because we all know what we're talking about. I just want to point out actual Vancian casting is worse, and also the whole thing about the fiction of it is baffling to me. Anyway, Rinko says that you robbed him during a card game.
Rinko?
Yeah. Well, I think Pillars 1 is actually very inspired by 4th edition, but with a toned down version, which I guess is a lot closer to 5th edition. But 5th edition didn't exist at the time. Yeah, Ciphers, I think, are one of the best designed classes in Pillars 1. Because the other classes that are like that are like Chanters, but Chanters are really frustrating to me because they're a class where you can't... Because it takes so long to build up to where you can use your high-level spells. Whereas, like, Ciphers are, like, supposed to be building up that way, but they start with enough because they don't start from 0. They start from like 2/3 of their max that they can generally get to casting the high level stuff pretty quickly. Whereas Chantress, it just takes fucking forever. Oh, you just meant spellcasting. Okay. She scoffs in a guttural burst of sound.
The Valian? You jest, Akira. I should have thrown him into the sea. He dares to call me a thief?
Chanters are just so clunky. You have to build either towards single phrases or the whole chanting, and they're just so clunky. Yeah. It's sad. Like, I don't like bards, so I'm not really sad that they're bad. But I am sad that they have the best summons, and I really like summons in games like this. So I'm sad about that. But intimidate or bluff? Why don't you tell me what really happened?
What else? The Valians are fools. But Akawa wishes to trade, so we must be patient. We must save them from Nagate's storms, even when they ignore our advice. Ikawa told me I should see the tavern, speak with their people, learn patience. The traitor Eophania, she taught me to play Valian cards. A simple game, but none would play with me in the tavern. Not until Ringo.
Sarah said, "Oh God, I hate someone so much. I do not want more shit to micromanage. No, thank you. I want more shit. Give me all the shit to micromanage. Just make this into a skirmish battle game." I would play that. Like, honestly, a lot of what I got out of Pillars for a long time, because I wasn't very into the story, and I thought the setting was intellectually interesting, but I wasn't really into the characters or the plot, was just that I like that the micromanaged tactical combat. I love the shit out of it. Sarah says, "You will just go play Warcraft 3." I'm like, yeah, that's old. I've already played Warcraft 3.
I thought him kind until I proved the victor, and he grew angry. Until he stood in front of his kin and called me a Mataru of Satahuzi, a filthy islander and a cheat.
Play Dota 2. That's old but new. No. Sierra, God, it's been like a few months now, maybe. One of my friends pulled me back and got me to play 2 games of Dota because this is one of my college friends, and one of our other college friends who I hadn't talked to in a really long time was playing with him. So I played 2 games of Dota, and that was a mistake. It was kind of impressive how immediately terrible it was. Everyone in that game, like the other players that were not with us on our team, that were on our team, but not in our party, and the other team were all verbally abusive in both games. It was just like, yeah, this is why I don't play Dota anymore, because it's a bad game of bad people. Billy said, "I heard there's a mod that gets Myth 2 working on modern machines." I have never played Myth, because that was a Mac game originally, right? Oh, back in the days when Bungie was, when Bungie existed. So as we kind of probably would have expected, the actual story is that she won, and he was like, "No, you must be cheating." Play black and white.
Yes,
Ooh.
I beat him. Why does this concern you?
Oh, yeah, okay. Billy said, "I grew up in a Mac household. That game was my life for years." God. Like, this guy's a racist dick, so I don't, I don't feel bad. I just also don't want to... Yeah, yes, as Sierra says, that dude called me a cheat, and he was also racist about it. So I kicked the shit out of him. Like, you're not wrong, but that also feels excessive. Yeah, it's like, you're causing... You're gonna kind of just make more trouble for yourself, unfortunately. It's a difficult situation. Okay, I'm gonna try to go with the. I think I'm gonna say you should have told the guards you've been branded a thief, because that's kind of my thought. Is like you're making things difficult for yourself. You need to kind of resolve this, not because it's morally necessary, but like politically, you need to kind of handle this situation. Billy said, I still think Dota is some sort of long-form Pilgrim-style experiment to plumb the depths of humanity's capacity for cruelty. I mean, given what Valve has been up to over the years, that doesn't really seem out of the realm of plausibility? Remember when Valve hired a leading European economist to come and study Steam? To tell them how to handle, like, currency unions? Okay.
I am no thief. Do you mean to insult
No,
me?
I'm not calling you a thief. I am saying he said you're a thief. And this is going to be a problem.
I am Mataru. I am the guard in Satahusi. I defend this village. If I see fit to punish a man, it is my duty.
Billy said Portal wasn't a game, it was a manifesto. I think that's absolutely true. Genuinely. Sarah said, in that it is unethically structured and conveys nothing beyond just that people are hell monsters when pushed to do it sometimes. I mean, I enjoy Dota still as a game, like on a mechanics level. I think it's a really interesting mechanical game. It's just like people can't, like, it's just a horrible. It's just the internet and video games and the whole community that is fostered by Valve and everything else is terrible about it. And I mean, yeah, it is, like, to an extent, like, it's a very, although the oh yeah, I mean, like, and then I was just thinking about what you said, because it was like outside, like, the mechanics of Dota outside of the actual instance of playing the game, because there is such a large amount of mechanics in the, like, microtransactions and all that shit. That is absolutely indisputably unethically structured. Like, okay, so Mataru is the highest class of Huana society, consisting primarily of warriors and priests. Tribal chieftains traditionally rise from the warrior ranks. Mataru shoulder that responsibility of governing the other castes and determining the practical and spiritual needs of the tribe. That seems... I mean, so yeah, this is she took... Why did she take the money? In addition to beating him up. She hasn't said that she didn't. But unless he wagered his whole fucking everything on the game and then, like... Alright. I guess we should talk her out of it.
That is not the same. This has long been our island.
Chody lifts... Mokeha scowls at you. Chody lifts her chin in interest. Without that coin, Rinko will lose his home.
Don't be foolish. Clario will see to him.
So you can either have diplomacy or intellect. Interesting. That isn't how this works. The Valians have to pay for their food and pay taxes. Yeah, the Valians do not take care of their own. They will leave people to die. Sarah said, wow, hey, okay, this seems like a sketch system of government, and I don't know that I am judge, jury, and executioner is a good enough reason, honestly. Yeah, she's kind of, Billy said, yeah, she's kind of fantasy Judge Dredd out here, yeah.
His kinsmen would let him starve?
Yes, they would. Micaiah's brow furrows and her eyes search her face. Capitalism is bad, Micaiah.
Why did this not prevent him playing at cards in the first place? Are all Valians so mad for coin?
Yes.
So then, what am I to do? I did not wish him dead.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to apologize. Give me the coin purse and we'll call it square.
Huh. Then here's what you came for, though it is an uneven trade.
She considers the coin purse in her hand for a moment before handing it to you. Her mouth twists into a resentful frown. All right.
I will ask our chieftain to send a healer for that idiot Valian. Perhaps that will quiet his whimpering.
Well, I mean, that's good too. I don't think you really need to, but...
May Amira's winds blow sweet.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going. Yep. Wait, where's the... Oh, there's an exit. Yeah, that's Sierra said, okay, so like, okay, you can either kick the shit out of him or take all of his money. You don't get to do both. Yeah, that's basically, I was like, beating him up would have been fine. It's the fact you took all of his money that's the problem. 3 hours and 3 minutes. I'm all for either, but at some point it just becomes robbery. If his wife weren't missing, it would also probably be fine. But unfortunately, because it sounds like she's the one who actually makes money. But unfortunately, she's missing, and we're probably going to have to go find her. Okay, so where is... Over here. Oh, oops. We actually need to go to the jail as well, so let's go to the jail first. Don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily opposed to robbing this racist either, but you can't be a cop and tell me it's justified that you robbed the dude too.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it?
Have you committed any crimes? Ah, I'm just joking. I convinced Hilari to keep watch on Gorecki Street.
Perfetto. He's a little shitne, but a lazy one. He will not cause trouble if he does not have to. Easier to work with a familiar face for the moment. I can deal with him later. So, we have one small part of Port Marge under control. A good start. Well, here you are, for your time.
Oh, look at that
If
money.
I had 10 women like you, the whole of Port Marge would be set right within the week.
Damn right. Give me that money. I don't like that it does this, and I couldn't find an option to turn it off. That it moves the camera back onto your people when you, when they actually start moving. Is stuff just more expensive here? It seems like a lot of cash for early game quests. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting a... Oh no, the game crashed. Alright. I haven't saved, but I assume there was auto saves. One would hope. It didn't seem like it had been that much more expensive, the goods, but there might be a lot more stuff to buy, especially early on, to kit out your ship once we get there. So maybe that's why they're giving you a bunch of money. Well, I haven't bought any equipment for anyone, because they all start off with equipment. I also, like, always basically had infinite money in Pillars 1 after a certain point, so... What? No, continue. Oh, it is continuing. It just also brought this up as I clicked it. Like, when I got to the end of Pillars 1, before I did... when I was preparing to go into the dungeon at like the point of no return at the end of Pillars 1 after I'd done all the DLC and all the other quests, side quests and stuff, and I had like 100,000 copper, and I was like, oh, I should do some enchanting. And so I went through and like did all the like maximum enchanting, like my Durgan steel and everything, and I spent like 75,000 copper enchanting things. I had like 25,000 at the end. And I was like, I wonder if there's gonna be like a thing in Pillars 2 based on like there could be like a rich achievement, like how that affected Mass Effect, where you get more stuff. So I was like, I should probably sell stuff to go back up because I'd never like sold any of the gear, and I just been picking up endless amounts of basic gear throughout the entire game. So I went and sold that and went back up to, I don't remember, and then sold all the like enchanted, like basic enchanted gear with like not special stuff, but it just has like a like +1, +2 basically equivalents, and sold all that stuff. I don't remember how much money I had at the end of that, but it was hundreds of thousands. It was so much. Oh, good. We're just right back here.
Uh-huh.
Gotta go hit my fast mode again. Oh, I gotta hit my tab back on again. Yeah, I didn't buy most of the legendary items that were in the markets, unless I had a specific, like, reason to use them. Where's the kid? Oh, there's the kid.
I'm keeping Papa company till he's better.
Oh, okay.
Most days I'd fire up the kettle for you or something. Sorry.
I spoke to Micaiah. She claims that she won fairly, and you insulted her. Yes, I bought that bow. Yep.
A surprise! The brute speaks, and you have survived the conversation in one piece.
God, he's really testing it. He's really pushing it.
Merla, perhaps my tongue was loosened by drink. What of it? Is any man who insults the savage's pride due a beating? The law is on my side.
Does he not notice that I am an Amawa? Like, he's literally looking at a person who looks just like the woman that beat the shit out of him. I mean, I have blue skin instead of orange, but, like, come on, dude. Like, I know you're racist, but think about what you're doing. Have some sense. Yeah, it might help if you didn't call them savages, or not if the money belonged to her.
I refer only to Mokea, that shark-faced harpy.
Sure you
May
do.
Andra's beasts feast upon her eyes.
Rico thrashes feebly on his bed, one fist raised defiantly.
She cheated me. Are we to lose our home for the sake of Clario's alliance?
So I could intimidate the shit out of him. I played as Godlikes every time because I like being a beautiful Eldritch horror, but the Amawa rule, to be honest. It's cool that we're actually seeing an Amawa society, even though it was neat when we first talked to the leader of that village, that they had a dialogue line acknowledging that because they are Island Amawa from Deadfire, and I am a coastal Amawa from Ramatai, which is the other Amawa society. So she had a line about that was kind of like, we're related, but we're not from the same people. Sarah says, fuck this dude, keep his money. Oh, God. I know I should, but I'm worried about his kid. And the fact that they will not take care of his kid. Here, McKay apologized and returned your money.
She what?
He eyes the coin purse in his hand, then angles a one-eyed glower up at you.
Let her apologize to my face.
Oh my god, well, he might be...
What good is an apology? Does it fix my ear? Enough then. I am forgiving. You have what I asked for. I promised you a share of the coin. We leave it at that.
How much copper was in that fucking coin purse? He gave me 1,000 copper. Sarah said, fuck his kid. The kid's probably racist too. Oh, Billy said, time for street justice.
You have saved my family, Aimika. I say it plain.
Don't fucking say anything nice to me, asshole. Zed drops back into the pillow and he raises an arm in a weak gesture of farewell. God.
I am feeling more like myself.
What a
Soon I will be on my feet.
Mama brings me stuff from her work sometimes. Real old stuff.
Ooh, does she now? I wonder if I could have talked to the captain about it.
Gods, I beg you, grant
no.
me a posting on the far side of the world.
Yeah, maybe I could have talked to... I was thinking maybe I could have talked to him beforehand, but I don't think so. Alright, so we did this. Now we gotta go... Alright, reach the Angwithan dig site. Alright, which is to the east? Yeah, the eastern side of the island. Alright. When do we get... I wonder when we get... I know Aloth is in this game. I wonder when we meet Aloth again. I need to go... How do I go... out? How do I go to the island? Leave town. Oh, leave town on foot. Oh, it will take 1 hour 56 minutes. Wow, really? Alright. Oh, you gotta go all the way over here. Okay, well that makes more sense. Okay, so we gotta go to this dig site. The archaeological ruin that they're literally plundering for raw materials. Because... fuck them. Oh, so that would be a thing over... Oh, it's over here. Oh, we have to cross the pass. Is Wodika Knife Secret Goddess? Or am I misremembering? Yes, more or less. That is correct. Well, let's see if we can go down here. Maybe go around. Oh. A solitary rice farm. Looks bountiful enough to welcome trade. Okay. Oh, yeah, so they're just a merchant. Well, that's fine. Can I can't, like... Can I... Oh, my mouse is not locked to the monitor? It was on the other screens, I thought. So what is that? Oh, it's an encounter I don't need to fight. This is neat. Yeah, this is the new overland, or one of the new overland maps. There's a lot of overland maps in this game. Can I, like... No, I can't show the whole thing. Wakura Pass. I gotta go through here, I guess. The trail before you seems thoroughly disturbed by erratic tracks. The sparse plants to the immediate side of the path roughly mangled. A struggle may have occurred here. Perception and survival. Well, we have really good survival, so we can definitely search the area. Oh, choose a party member. Alright. Well, we have Adair do it. He's got the lower perception but the higher survival. This is, either way, is probably good enough. Oh, yeah, it was. Do you already know who you're interested in having in your party this time? Or are you unsure who's in this one? No, I don't know like anything about. Like I know Adair and Aloth and Pallegina are back from Pillars 1. I think those are the only Pillars 1 companions that are back, at least in the party. I assume some of the other ones at least show up. I don't really know anything about any of the new companions. So we're making Adair into our tank, and Chody is our priestess, so those will probably have to stick around just because those are important, you know, mechanical positions to fill. Aloth's dickhead wizard boy, right? Yes, yes. Aloth is the guy who was a member of the conspiracy that you are fighting in Pillars 1, or was a former member. And he can actually take it over at the end of Pillars 1 if you decide that it should stick around. He did not do that in my game. A dry and ropey vine has been pulled taut across the path and inexpertly covered in dirt. Oh, it's a tripwire. Or like a trap. Well, fucking god damn it! I gotta fucking. I am single classed. I did not fuck with multi-classing. I thought about it, but I already spent like an hour in character creation. Yeah, this is my mouse is having problems with like I click and it's actually registering as like multiple clicks. It's very frustrating. So I accidentally clicked multiple times. Did I? Okay, I can just go back. So I think this is fine. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. So we accidentally clicked on return the way you came, so this is fine. Beyond, a group of robed figures cringe and cower at a nearby river's bend. Each is frozen in place, ashen and gray, like statues crafted of soot. I mean, statues crafted of soot is what we saw all throughout Pillars 1 of the people that had been killed. Yeah, Sierra said, multi-classing seems really cool, but also seems like something I couldn't trust to fuck with till the second time I play through, and I don't know when the second time I'll play through this game, a 120-hour game, would be. Yeah. I think, like, I was trying to read about all the abilities, all the classes and stuff beforehand, because I wanted to figure out the character creation, because I would like to fuck with it, but I also knew I didn't want to spend hours and hours on stream doing it, and there is like very little in-depth information about the character classes and stuff in this game online. Like the wiki has all of the stuff for Pillars 1 and it has all of the like story stuff for Pillars 2 and like new mechanics in Pillars 2, but it does not have it doesn't have articles for like if you look at like the classes article, it just redirects you to the Pillars 1 classes article and stuff like that. Like it doesn't have separate pages for the Pillars 2 classes, so it doesn't have anything about how their actual they are. So I couldn't really like plan ahead basically, which is what I wanted to do. And I tried to read some stuff about like, oh, what's some good, like multi-class builds, but I wasn't really into anything that I found. Okay, let's disarm this trap. Oh, well. Do it, Adair. Alright, okay, I was gonna say, I hope this is a party check. It is. Adair quietly disarms the trap and collects its component parts. Continue. Wait, search for the Zorips. We didn't see any Zorips, did we? Do you know about, Sierra, do you know how it works with the party members with the classes in this game? Because that's really cool, and that I might end up doing multi-classing with. I haven't done with either of these guys because I need a pure tank and there's no point in Chody could be a priest or a monk priest multi-class, and I don't see any need for a monk and a monk priest seems absolutely useless. Like if I was playing a tank, I think it would be cool to have Adair as a rogue or a fighter rogue, but since I'm not in this game like I was in the first game, I just need him to be a pure tank. Search for the I don't know anything about the Zorips. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Sarah said yes. I love that. The fact that you can multi-role other characters is so cool. It makes it way more likely you get people on your team you couldn't fit otherwise. Yeah. Yeah. It's really, because that's, yes, a big problem with party RPGs. Like, well, I might like this character, but like I already have people that overlap with that. Like I can't have, a bunch of the same class or whatever. And it feels like, oh, do I want to play suboptimally for, obviously some games that's totally fine. But let's search for the Zarips. Okay. You hear a series of quiet chirps and growls ahead and make out movement of small forms through the undergrowth. Sneak closer to observe. You creep closer, parting the grass for a better view. A handful of Zorips hiss and snap at one another, shaking their spears in their scaled fists. They stand over the apparent source of their argument, a small pile of loot, likely stolen from other travelers. When did we even, we found a trap, and then we saw that, guys who'd been, turned to ash statues, which are, the things from Soul Magic in Pillars 1, and then all of a sudden there's Zarips? I'm so confused. I feel like I missed something still. Coder and Mass Effect get away with it by making rolls largely unimportant, but in a game where rolls are super vital for tactical combat, it's a really neat and interesting solution. Yeah, and Mass Effect doesn't fucking matter. You can take whoever you want. I always took full sniper team. If you watched Fiona's Mass Effect streams, I was always in praise of the full sniper team. Because then they can just, no one ever gets close to you. You just shoot them from far away. So if we were a ranger or a cipher, we could do something. Let's scatter them with magic. I can do this. Listen, if they can't reach you, they can't shoot you. That's what I said! Fiona did not buy into my strategy. I was like, I have done this so much. This is how I played those games. You chant quietly, gathering essence before hurling a blast of mystic power among the Zarips. They belt out hissing cries as they flee from the sudden magical force. With the Zarips gone, you're able to collect what they left behind. You discover a few coins, a tattered cloak, and an old stiletto. Okay. I hope I got XP for that. 9 copper. Great. Oh, I got a cape, though. Ooh, I got a cape. Well, the stiletto's not, rusted or anything, so it said it's old, but it seems fine. Not that I'm going to use the stiletto, but... Can I bring this up? Oh, I can. Good, good. Because I got to equip my cape. Oh, yes, very important. One thing I do like in this game is, passing the stat check doesn't necessarily make it a good option. Intellect 18 options might just make you sound like a self-important dickhead and backfire. That is absolutely true. I don't know that I actually need the cape. I feel like it might be a little too much. Do you need a cape? Alright, the cape definitely works for you. You basically already look like you've got the front. How about you? Cape's okay. Doesn't really fit you. I think we'll put it on. Chody. She needs a little flair. She doesn't have any flair art anyway. Hell yes, we are the swashbuckle wizard. You're a swashbuckle wizard. There's no such thing as too much. I gotta keep this. I'm trying to be stylish, Sierra. I just don't think the cape was helping my style. I don't know what those little berry things are. I've seen a couple of them. I assume they're just you get food or something. Capes are always stylish. I mean, usually. Just, they don't go with some things. I just don't think they went with that coat. No caps. Oh yeah, see? It's these guys. These are definitely, yeah, these are the exact same things. Okay. Weird.
Watch your weight.
Tell everyone around you you can afford the 3 hours daily you spend fucking with it when it's all over the place. Chody bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up at you with a bright smile.
If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
Oh no, God's Lot's wifing everyone again. Yep, just like in Pillars 1. She reaches for the lantern on her hip. Okay.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
This is a good question. I literally know there's no souls here. But is that rude to tell her? I feel like I should just tell her. Like, I can see them. She knows I can see them. Sierra said, I love how fucking uncomfortable Chody makes Adair. I don't understand their relationship. At all. Like, I made a joke when Adair was uncomfortable when we met her about it being, like, this, because he said it was, like, a weird, like, the way that, like, romantic awkwardness is written, and I made a joke about it, and then I was like, well, it's, you know, I assume it's actually just because the whole Adair fought against Aothis and was like, you know, he just feels awkwardness about that whole thing, even though he's an Aothasian follower. But then they've kept writing it that way. Like, there's all these little moments. Like, we had the moment where Adair talked about how he beat someone up, and there was an aside where Chody, like, bit her lip and smiled. And I was like, what the fuck? Chody, that's not cute or sexy. That's not attractive.
What do you mean? Just look at all these corpses.
My understanding is that Chody likes him way more than he likes her. That would make sense based on what we've seen. It was just like, I was just kind of like surprised there was anything in that direction, one way or the other. They do have a lot in common. They both get mad if I disparage Aothis, despite the fact that Aothis is a giant walking statue sucking up people's souls. So I could tell her that these people have had their souls sucked out by Aothis, but I think I should just, this is where I should be more diplomatic and say, I'm a watcher. If there were souls here, I'd be able to see them.
Well, that's a problem. How am I supposed to serve my duty if there ain't any souls to shepherd?
Oh, he's like incredibly uncomfortable because her belief in Gone is like hyper heretical and only disconcerting considering his whole crisis of faith thing. That's interesting. Yeah, we haven't really gotten into, because we haven't really talked to anyone, any of the Aothasians aside from her and the priestess she was with. And so she was kind of like, yeah, I think things are different now with Aothis / Gone. But we haven't met anyone who's like, you're a heretic.
I do thank you for that, Watcher. But I also believe it's better to be safe than sorry. So if you don't mind, I'll just do a call-in real quick.
Fine.
Mighty kind of you.
Yeah, I don't want to piss them both off. My 2 party members. She grins happily. With 2 intent strides forward, she unsheaths her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Well, I mean, I could see it being that way based on the way that she talked about it, because she was clearly being, you know, like, hedging about, you know, she was portraying as like, oh yeah, I think that there's, you know, people don't want to, you know, they want to think things are the same, but I think things are different, and, you know, that could definitely, I would see that as, other people, yeah, being being much more oppositional to that. Chanting, whirling, weapon slicing the air, Chodi's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the area.
This here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
I literally forehead slapped. Now boarding? Train to hell? Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Chody plants her thighs wide and thrusts her arm up high overhead. Okay. My brain saw plants her thighs wide and then thrusts and was like, but thrusts her arms up high overhead. The lantern rattles in her grip and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Chodi's light fades without acquiring anything. I mean, I don't think I told her already there wasn't any here. Yeah, it's definitely not. Her view is definitely not the classical viewpoint. Yeah, I mean, she made that clear.
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Aethys dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep him safe until Gon returns to hell and can take him into his divine embrace.
Rub the dirt from her cheek? That's a little forward.
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
I know, I just didn't want to do the other thing.
And that's all I care to say for now. Let's go.
Sierra, I have heard that, or I have read that yes, there is romance in this game. Like by the Watcher with companions. So, I don't know who you can romance. But yeah, so that's gonna be a whole thing. We're gonna get more insight. Wait, insight. That's what I want. I'm going to need some. That might be enough to get me to actually play this one. Let's see, what do I need as the main character? I don't know that I need particularly anything. Crack that shit to easy mode and play fantasy dating sim gun wizard. There's a story mode, I think, difficulty in this game. Below easy mode, so. Yeah, we have no sleight of hand. Maybe we should get a sleight of hand? Just for, like, occasional interactions. I feel like my character should probably be pretty generalist. Hell yes, no, I do not actually want to play the game mode. Yeah. Which is a genuine hell yes, yeah. So now okay, so we get, that's right. So, okay, I do remember this now. You get one ability every level. You get it except when you go up a power level, which is, if you're a single class character, is every other level. Then you get 2. So that's why we have the... so do I want Blizzard? Or do I want this? Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of shots over time, but the Blizzard is good still. I think I actually do want this then over the Blizzard. I love this fiddly bullshit so fucking much. But you don't want to play the game, you just want to mess with the fiddly, like, character building, but then not actually, like, mess with the consequences of it. Because I love this too, but that's because I want to actually do the combat. I should actually look. Sierra said, "Oh God, no! I hate the CRPG gameplay, but I love character builds." What is this? What is this called? God darn it! One-handed style. Yeah. So in one, it only applied to melee weapons. I knew that. But what about two? This is what's really annoying. Because it's not on the wiki. Because they didn't add stuff for. Okay. Oh, there's a wiki for two, an unofficial wiki. Okay, maybe this has everything that I'm looking for, or at least more of it. Let me go look. Yes, it does. Oh my god, finally. Wish the gameplay were anything else, because then I could enjoy the character builds and the gameplay. Oh. Okay. Well, it doesn't actually specify, but it doesn't say it's melee only, so I think that it works. Well, I have CC alright. The thing is, so the reason I didn't even take Blizzard yet is because, like, all of my other abilities, well, until the abilities I took last level, are attack reflex, and I was running into enemies with really high reflex, and I was basically useless. And I was like, shit, I need stuff that doesn't target reflex, which is why I got Insect Swarm, and the Blight, which is a summon. The Blizzard is still really good. It's good. It's decent damage. It's the debuff is good, and it's a decent array. But it's just I don't know that I need another reflex attack. I really want to get a wizard. This is just like over the course of the game. This is gonna be so much more so much damage adding up. Oh, I get bonus weapon proficiency for some reason. I guess you just get this every couple of levels, but I don't know that I care about this. I don't know that I care about any of this. Should I get a shield proficiency? That would be a thing, maybe. Otherwise, I get a bow proficiency. Remember, because this is attack time, recovery time 3 seconds, recovery time 4 seconds. Yeah, I mean, the reason I got the wand is because it has such a short recovery time. I'm going to 4 seconds. I might get shield proficiency, just to be able to equip it if I need it. Well, actually, proficiency only gives you the bonus, the actual ability, which, hilariously, it doesn't fucking tell you when you, like, click on this. This is not actually telling you what the ability is, but that's what proficiency gives you. And I don't think the ability is actually useful to me. I have to go look. Weapon proficiencies. Where's weapon proficiencies? Abilities. Weapon. There we go. 55% recovery time with weapons. Plus 15 accuracy with weapons after being missed by melee weapon attack. Eh, it's not very exciting. Huh. Tower shields are actually specifically in this game good against ranged weapons and ranged spells, and not melee attacks. Which does make sense, just that's usually not the way it works in video games. Oh, okay, I should get the hunting bow, if I'm gonna get anything, I think. Because its ability lowers the recovering time of the hunting bow. I basically want lower I could just do that also. The pistol, I forgot the pistol ability is actually that it reduces the reload time of the pistol. So I could just consider activating that and just keep shooting them with a pistol if my accuracy is... I should basically need to watch whether my accuracy is good enough. So I guess we'll do this. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna... Yeah, there's no penalty for using a weapon. The character who's not proficient in a weapon only loses access to the associated modal ability, yeah. Okay. Sure. We're also gonna save and quit after this, and we'll start up here next time after I finish leveling everyone. Athletics for Adair. He's got to get that healing on. What do we need here? We've got plenty of Intimidate, I think. Our diplomacy is good so far. Our history is fine. Our Intimidate is fine. Metaphysics is okay. Religion is good. Streetwise is okay. Maybe I should get some bluff, just to have a little bit of bluff. I'm not going to use it very often, but it's one of those things that might be nice to have some of. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what also would be, you know, what would be appropriate for a dare to have. I don't know, I can just keep pumping diplomacy. Because these people are always going to be in my party, pretty much, or I'm assuming. So, it's like, what skills do I want to really always have available? Which is probably going to be diplomacy. Mainly. Okay, so now you get into the fray, and now you probably get this. Yeah, because otherwise, what would you be getting? Confident aim. I don't really care about that. Could get discipline, go back and get discipline barrage, which is alright. It's an accuracy bonus. It's a very good accuracy bonus, but I just don't really care about Adair's accuracy. So I think I just get that. Oh wait, I only get one anyway. Never mind. That's right, I forgot I only get one. So now I just get into the fray. That's fine. He gets more proficiencies. Alright, so this is a consideration of, do we get Adair a different one-handed weapon? That is worth considering. Okay. Parrying blade. Interesting. Don't need that. The axe. Club is interesting, but probably not something we need. The mace. Yeah, so the club reduces will, but its modal ability. The flail, I guess, is what this is. Reduces reflex. Yeah, it's flail. The hatchet reduces accuracy, which that's worth considering. What is this, a mace? It is a mace. Mace reduces armor rating. It's worth considering, maybe. Rapier's just more accurate. The saber gives bonus penetration. Oh, spear! Minus 15% stride, which is movement, plus 1 enemies engaged. We're getting that fucking shit. That's the weapon of a fighter, of a tank. Alright, we gotta get a spear. Which he doesn't actually have a spear, so we might have to run back and get, unless we already have one. I don't know if we have one. Adair, do I have a spear? I have a lot of weapons. I don't have a spear. That is one of the ones I don't have, which is annoying. Unfortunately. Yeah, because his... Oh yeah, you can turn these. Okay, I thought these were exclusive, but no, you can turn them all on. They just have penalties. Okay. That's really good to know. Alright. Active skills for you. We're going to be pumping your mechanics. You... The next... Is that 7? So we buff your diplomacy. Because everything else I feel like is okay right now. So I think the next one is to buff diplomacy up. Because that will put us to 6, which the next breakpoint is at 7, so we'll have to get another point. But... Ability selection. So she is using a shield. But weapon and shield style is not useful to her. So do we get iconic projection? Oh, maybe I actually probably go back and get one of these. The accuracy bonus, probably. Yeah, I think that's what we get. Oh, this is only around the caster. You get to choose. It's also a fairly small radius. Actually, it lasts longer, but I think I'd rather have the accuracy rather than the damage. I've been running into some enemies that have really high defenses. Okay, what are we getting you? A wand? Guess we could consider the other. What happened to my fucking weapons page? Guess I closed it by accident. So yeah, the wand ability reduces accuracy, but reduces the damage, or reduces the accuracy again of the targets you're hitting, but reduces the damage of the wand. Right. I feel like we might give her this, a wand, and might end up, so what is the pike? Okay. Might end up, I might be using the pistol more, just with turning on the pistol ability, if we're not having problems with accuracy, which we might, then in case I had to switch over to the wand. Alright, so we're gonna do her. She's using a wand, she's gonna have a wand ability on. I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna turn the pistol ability on for right now. I wonder if it is possible to, be feasible to run back. Also, actually, can I look at you and see your actually enemies engaged? Is that going to tell me? +3. I don't think it's going to tell me. I don't think it's a problem to waste time going back to town. I don't think. I feel like it should be fine. We're not we're not even really wasting anything at this point because we don't have a ship. We're not using any supplies. So, oh, also I'm gonna go see what this is. It is fresh fruit. It is food. That's kind of what I figured. I want a supply. That's not supplies. Alright, I gotta go into actual town. Yes, please go. I gotta go buy a spear. I did not know that spear's bonus was engagement. Burr, burr, burr. Gotta go to the market. Yeah, look at her with her cape. That's good.
Swords, shield.
Yes, please. Spear. Great. That's 35 gold. Oh, this inventory is still fucking with me, but...
Hey.
Yeah. Alright. All the enemies engaged. Please. So he's up to 5 enemies engaged with his shield. It's not being shown on there, I believe. So, that's a lot. That should be sufficient. 4 is probably sufficient, but... Alright, let's travel back to the dig site, and then we'll save. No, fuck. What? Arrgh. I was trying to, like, move the map the way that you do, but that's not... Oh well. Again, the timing doesn't matter here, so... I have no idea what... Hope the timing doesn't matter. Aoth is gonna go tromp around killing people, it's fine. Okay, let's save here. Okay.
Huh?
Oh yeah, it's just showing. This is just... Oh, I see, okay. Oh, crafting. I have not looked at the crafting. Huh. Incredible food. Captain's Banquet. Oh, you can make a scroll of fireband. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that would ever be... Like, I wonder if you would ever be like a thing where you would give a fighter like 2 Arcana to be able to cast something like that. Ooh, Scrolls of Moonwell. Anyway. Alright, we save the game. Sierra said, listen, a nuke didn't stop him from stomping around and doing conquesting. I don't know that 4 hours would have stopped him either. I mean, the nuke did stop him for many years. He's been dead for, or gone for a long time. Like 10 years or more. But, yeah. Okay. Thanks to everyone. It delayed him at best. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It delayed him. Thanks everyone for joining me tonight. For Deadfire. Pillars of Eternity 2. I am having a lot of fun with this game. Look forward to playing it again. And I will be back next Monday to continue. Let's go. Schedule. I will be back tomorrow night, continuing Dishonored 2, which we also started last week, which I'm also having a lot of fun with. We are, of course, playing as Emily, in case you're wondering. Obviously. We have, like, not actually done very much in that game, though, so... this is the rest of the schedule. Schedule is also below the stream. I believe I've got to talk to Cinco about it, but he said he wanted to play more Twilight Struggle, and the only reason we didn't yesterday is because I was gone. I was at that wedding. So I think we will probably be playing more Twilight Struggle on Sunday. I mean, I'll have to talk to him, but I believe that is the plan. The rest of the games obviously are are gonna be there. So yeah, you can follow me for notifications when I go live. You can sub for emotes of my cats. I did, for those of you who missed the cat cam, I did ask my family if they had old smartphones that they weren't using that they had upgraded, and which is because that's what I was using for the cat cam before it died. And they do. So once I can get one from them, so that I don't have to go out and like buy a camera or something. Once I can get a hold of one from them, then we will have the cat cam back. So that'll be good. I know I'm excited to get the cats back on camera because they're adorable and everybody loves them, as they should. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting. It's a lot of fun. Hope you have fun, and I hope that you will join me again in the future. Goodbye.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. It's been great to play and sing together in the box, and now it's time to say goodbye. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now, until we meet again. Goodbye for now, until we meet again.